Go back to Vampyr. I took a look at that again because I did notice something about it. There's a pattern here. Four symbols, diamond room. I am missing one. I think I'm missing 10 notes, but where are they? So that one be number 4. Number 1 is somewhere over here. That's 6. So 1 fish, 4 circle, and 6 the diamond. Well, I'll take a diamond anyways. That leaves 2, 3, and 5. Honestly, that's not very good odds. Let's make a pass through here, see if I can find the other 2.
How are
Speaking
you?
of,
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
Do you need assistance?
Please. Feeling tired these days.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
Goodbye, young man.
oh, that just leaves 1. He is Richard. Down this way? Pretty sure nobody's down that road.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
I'm trying to remember where he wanders around at. Or is he in a house? I swear he was a walker. Could be completely wrong. What do we got here? Listen, Richard, the one in the back of church, isn't he? Going the right way here. Unmark that. And just throw a marker here.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
You are blinded by
I'm right back here. Nice. She sick? Back to that. Oh. Must have pulled it out of the trash. Dear Mr. Nethercott, thank you for sending your book of poems, Songs from the Defeated City, which we found an interesting and profound, as we told you the first time we received it. Whilst the terrible times our country is currently facing, you must understand that such a title would be totally inappropriate for any publication. Thus, since you still refuse to change your title and demand the full publication or none of your work, sorry to announce that your sycophant publishing. Oh, good name for a publisher. Chose the second option. Sycophant Publishing. Not even on the list.
Hello again, miss. Very well. Goodbye then. Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
You don't really make a living from your scribblings, do you, Richard?
No, sir, I don't. I work so hard. I put all my time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
Still, you don't seem to suffer from poverty.
With thanks to my parents, actually. I'm afraid I would not be able to live on my own without their help.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure of a son they have to support.
How is the sanitary situation evolving in Whitechapel these days?
I imagine we are all part of some nightmare without beginning nor ending. If only the dreamer could awake.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Hey, that actually takes care of this district. As it should. Yep. So the only one left to find is Kamara. Back to the map here. And I don't think I have a choice of locations. I think we gotta take the West End one. Simply because it's closer. Wrong way.
You are blinded by your false faith.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right?
Now the question is, do I try to figure it out with just the few that I have? Yeah, I can give it a 2 or 3 tries. Why not? Well, the worst that will happen is I basically waste a little bit of time and not figure out whatever puzzle there is there. So here, somewhere back here, is it? Yeah. Okay. So this one, the one that I just stepped on coming down here will be the square. Find out 1, 4, and 6. Then you figure out 2, 3, and 5. Go to the center. That's a square. Be 1. I know that one's 4, 6. Five. Nope. I'm gonna need 1 or 2 more of those. Try and narrow it down. Guess I'm gonna go down there. Of course, going right. You just go around it.
Women die too in this war! Women of all countries unite!
There he is.
Good evening, Mr. Kimura.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical assistance, sir?
Don't believe that I'm the kind of man with a fragile constitution. But I'm afraid my imprisonment has done more harm than I thought.
There is no need to be ashamed. We are all equally vulnerable to this disease.
Yes. I know now life is as precious as it is fragile.
Have you heard of Aloysius Dawson?
I heard about his plan to eradicate the epidemic. It gives me shivers to realize I was as cold as him until recently.
Goodbye, Mr. Kimura. Take care.
Yeah, that is actually the last person I needed to give medicine to. Just need go over here. Was the last person, right? Oh, no. I think I just found the one I'm missing.
Good evening, miss. Can I help you? I'm a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I am Karina Billow. I don't need any doctor. The rats. Where are the rats?
Miss, you don't seem well at all. Are you afraid of rats? Has one bitten you?
No, it's me who bites them. Tasty, juicy, disgusting rats. I can't stop eating them. Help me, please. Help me to disobey the voice.
Can I help you, Miss Billow? I'm a doctor.
Yes, you can help me. Free me.
I will take that as a yes, even if I would prefer to help you in another way.
Make it stop, please.
What happened to you?
The rats. The answer hides in their little crunchy bones. Their juicy, tiny brains.
Miss Billow, please, try to concentrate. Why do you worry about rats so much?
The voice in my head. He forces me to do so. Drink their blood, he said. Eat their flesh.
Do you feel compelled to obey that voice, Miss Billow? Even if you're loath to submit to it?
Yes. Please. Help.
Tell me about the voice in your head. Who is it? Can you describe it? Is it someone you know? Someone you met?
Keep your mouth shut, he said. Don't ever speak about me, or I'll abandon you. Help me, please, Doctor.
What is the local news hereabouts, Miss Billow?
Shadows. Shadows hunting shadows. Whispers in the dark. Pestilence. Suffering. Death.
Tell me about yourself, Miss Billow. What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm hungry. Need to eat. Have you got something for me? Blood, perhaps? Can you give me blood, Dr. Reed?
Don't you remember who you are, miss? What you did for work?
I was strong, proud. I campaigned for good causes. But that was before. Before. It does not matter anymore. I'm so hungry.
What is the local news hereabouts, Miss Billow?
Shadows. Shadows hunting shadows. Whispers in the dark. Pestilence. Suffering. Death.
What happened to you?
The rats. The answer hides in their little crunchy bones. Their juicy, tiny brains.
Miss Billow, please, try to concentrate. Why do you worry about rats so much?
The voice in my head. He forces me to do so. Drink their blood, he said. Eat their flesh.
Have you recent news of Aloysius Dawson?
The voice told me he is one of them now. He must have found the good rat. The perfect rat. I must find mine too.
I must go now. Goodbye, Miss Billow.
A bit weird, but whatever. Where am I going down? Right here? Okay. Let's take care of Harriet. On. There's one collectible. And square is 3. Okay. What is a tale of a forgotten or mythicized history? By essence, vampires are related to the concept of immortality, and they can be perceived as entities that live through centuries, thus becoming mythical figures themselves. But what about the concept of a tale so old it could become myth along with the vampire? Become a myth among the vampires. I know it may sound vertiginous, but we know as scholars that the impossible is just an unexplained or undocumented event. For a few years now, I have tried to find traces of a figure rarely seen amongst the English immortals, the horned vampire. Through centuries, less than 10 occurrences of this figure can be found in the various documents gathered by our order. The figure of a man shaped silhouette, sometimes made of blood, sometimes made of mist or rain, that appears from Wales to Scotland only to immortals, who have no idea what this thing could be. What is a creature with large deer antlers? Is it related in any way to the figure of Cernunnos, the ancestral horned god of the Celts? We don't know at all, but now thinking about this, vampires themselves had no idea what this creature could be. Now that's frightening. That's a frightening idea. We may be in the presence of something so old that only small hints of its existence can be found through eons. If this is true, we as brothers of St. Paul need to investigate this entity, for it could help us understand the forgotten origin of vampires. As a reminder, I add this letter a transcription of only written evidence we possess concerning the horned vampire, the odd poem entitled The Dreams of the Red Queen, supposedly composed by this entity. According to some vampire testimonies, this creature has sometimes been heard singing it while briefly appearing somewhere in Great Britain. I invite all our brothers to study this text and consider a testament of forgotten history. 12 Dreams for the Red Queen under Crown of Stone. that she may linger longer with eyes kept closed. 11 thorns blooming from her troubled brow, awaiting the next harvest to be gleaned at brisk springs. 10 copper veins ripped from the belly of the earth, melted into tears flowing toward banished brothers. 9 glorious pyres of the unscorched plain, to punish those whose hands were slow to obey. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights, their backs hardened by their race with the sun. 7 notes of warning in the summer sky, compelling child to shred sheets of sleep, or shield sheets. 6 watchers bent on hunting trails, shadows of their spears trace tire furrows. 5 houses to fall before the song's end. 5 more reborn from their blackened ashes. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner, restlessly hung the dark wood of his crimes. 3 books scribbled by pen of the dancer, who refuses to answer the call of the abyss. 2 giant rattlesnakes slither in ageless forests, coil to the bones of mortals destined for the grave. 1 prayer for the summoned called by his song. Child born from darkness whose path he must find. By the drinking at the fountain of knowledge by Usher Tall Tree of St. Paul. So I just need 2 and 5. Trying to figure out that puzzle. At least that does make this a little bit easier to figure out. There. Blood trail here. No. This must be the long back way in. I think this is where I dealt with Fergal.
This place has been ransacked. They've all been slaughtered. Pre-one? No, not their style.
Oh, lovely. Suppose Harriet threw a fit. she have gotten to? Safe house? There's a safe house in here. I'm good on that stuff for the moment. Eh. A little bit of that. Any of that at the moment. That's already upgraded. Reese is done on that. Firepower, improve velocity. Do one reload. Have any of that. Both is done. With a stun on this too. Why didn't I? Maybe I didn't have the ingredients at the time. Would have made more sense to stick on one of these and do straight damage. How does that compare? Just swap that weapon, don't I? I need to swap that. If I had a guess, follow the pools of blood.
Take not a step further, child, for you are unprepared.
You, at last. I wondered when you would show your face again. Step away. We have nothing to discuss.
Desist, child. You cannot confront the monstrosity unleashed upon this land without due preparation. I shall not allow it.
All right. But no more riddles. Enough of the obscure songs and prophecies. I ask questions, and you answer them.
My words have been as clear as crystal lakes, my child. You seem unwilling to drink, to listen, to learn.
Why did you choose me?
Only you could provide a modern, scientific answer to this ancient, mystical threat.
What kind of modern answer?
Disease, contagion, and contamination. How they course through veins is your dominion, my child. Your choices have made you. Only you can save this land.
Speak to me of this ancient threat.
The blood of hate. Vessel of the wrath of the goddess. When she awakens, a disaster will be born into this world, for she is hunger and anger.
What is your true appearance?
I do not understand. This is who I am.
Blood? You are made of blood. Surely you are joking.
Why would I? And no, I'm not made of blood. I am blood. Blood is what I am since my birth and for eternity.
But who are you really? Tell me your name.
I am your maker. I am the servant of the Red Goddess and protector of this land. I have many names.
Just give me one, then.
There are those who call me Merdin Wild, the Wild Horned Man. But I never was a man. I was born out of blood.
I'm here to stop Harriet Jones. She is the original carrier. The well from which this corruption flows.
I have heard you, but be wary. Harriet Jones's mind is no more. She has metamorphosed into an apocalypse. Born from, drenched in, and driven by the blood of hate.
What is the blood of hate?
It is the curse of the goddess. It is the hunger in you, the need for blood, the will to strike and to punish, to spit in the eye of God.
Tell me about this disaster, creature. I know London fell victim to such a thing in 1666.
A disaster is pure anger born through blood. Its name means bad star, for they only appear when our queen unleashes her unquenchable wrath upon the world.
And who is this queen?
She is the Red Goddess, the queen of blood. In my youth, 100 lifetimes ago, she was worshipped as the Morrigan. She is my mother. she is yours, too.
The Morrigan? The Celtic goddess of war? Is this a ruse of some kind?
She has been worshipped in many forms throughout the ages. The true nature of the Red Queen is beyond your comprehension, eluding even mine. But know this. She is a vengeful mother.
So the disaster is some sort of accident. A disease vampires carry dormant in their blood, waiting to emerge.
That's your modern answer. But a disaster is at the same time both less and more.
Tell me what it is then, in your own words.
A disaster is the pure will of our queen. Whenever she dreams of walking this earth, she awakes in this putrid vessel.
I only wish to know how to put an end to this epidemic.
To perform an act so noble, you must protect yourself from its poisonous kiss, my child.
I know. McCullum used such a serum when trying to kill me. However, I have produced a more efficacious version of the antidote.
Your final task awaits you at the end of these tunnels. I've known for ages you were worthy of this challenge, my champion, Bittersweet.
What will happen thereafter? What future awaits me beyond these dark tunnels?
Your fate, my child, and the fate of this land. A disaster is about to enter this world to smite us all and teach us humility. You are our final hope.
Will it be over then? Once I've defeated this creature?
Yes. The threat will dissipate like so much smoke, for you will have purified its source.
And then what? What will become of me?
How would I know? I am no god, and your fate is in your own hands. For you are our champion.
You tricked me. My sister died for your schemes. I have brought suffering and tragedy into this world. I am not, nor will I ever be your champion.
Very soon you'll come to know that sacrifice is sometimes necessary. I understand the grudge a child bears towards his father and mother. Be brave, my child.
Wondering if I shouldn't go back and try and figure out that puzzle one more time. I'll leave a marker here. Gonna let me. Whatever.
Where is it, Bridget? Damn. If I'd come earlier, they would still be alive. Time to put an end to this.
Let's see. take this door out. That's a wrong turn. There we go. Work my way up. I also spend the experience. Come on. Oh, the wrong side? There we go. Let's put it into you. Oh, good. Going the wrong way. Got a big guy around here. That's fine. You take care of him. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go back over the notes. And I'm going to cut here. And I will record, but edit in if I actually get the solution. If not, I'll be back when I'm heading back to the source. I have a feeling that I'm going to be needing the other two. I'm assuming this is right. There. Fish. Where is that one? Oh, okay. There has to be something doing wrong. I think I'm going to back down there. Got through here. I don't get through here. Whatever.
Women die too in this war! Women's right to vote is only the first step!
Let's see. We am I? Find the hideout. Which nicely it was marked on the map. Might be.
Where has Harriet gone? She must have left a trail I could follow.
Supremacy of Econs. There's no coincidence that Econs are the most eminent and most numerous of all vampires. Econs are the true aristocracy of immortals, and if I may add, they're the only ones able to stay on top of the food chain. Everywhere I traveled, I only met Econs assuming mortal lives, performing in mortal society. Econs are the most human, most clever, most educated of all vampires. Don't get me wrong, here I have nothing against more exotic species like Volcoid, who share the gift of immortality with us. Most of them can prove useful, if properly canalized towards a clear goal. But they lack the most important trait of all, the ability to mingle with mortals without being spotted. Therefore, the Ascalon Club should only accept Ekon of the highest lineage as member of its inner circle. Depending on circumstances, Volcoids could be accepted as war dogs or hunting hounds, as long as they obey our laws. Luckily enough, these lesser cousins have a natural tendency to submit and obey their masters. Unfortunately, that wasn't one of the clues I am missing. No, he's up there. Out. Okay. I'm honestly gonna have a hard time finding the spot. Harriet's room right there. Let's see. Oh, there's one here. I was just in it. think this is going to be a good place to stop. Let's see if I can find the hideout that's around here. If I can't, I'll just move on and go after Harriet. So, thank you for watching. See you next one.